Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today. I've not been online for a few days because I have got so much studying and essays to finish. So, do apologize for any delays if any of you have been waiting, particularly for recorded material such as healings and meditations. I will be getting to you as soon as I can. Thank you all for understanding and for your patience. Sometimes I wish I could clone myself and I would have more of me and do more work, but sadly, this is what it is and I have to make do with my one little body. Anyway, over the past few days, I did manage to squeeze in a few phone readings and a few things have come through. A theme here that I wanted to discuss with you all in case you are facing the same thing. I've had a few comments that people don't understand why I review readings. It's because we can learn from each other and people are happy to share when they have an epiphany or a breakthrough. And that's what I do because I find that general readings for the collective are not always very helpful because it doesn't always resonate with a lot of people. But if you are drawn to a particular video where I discuss a certain topic, I feel that that would be a lot more beneficial. And if that's not really what you're looking for, then there's loads of channels that do actual general readings. So, I'm sure you can find something that would suit you and what you're looking for. But anyway, I'm just here to say that this is a video to discuss basically a theme of what's been coming up in people's readings. It's a mixture of readings I've had with both men and women around a very, very similar theme. And it's so weird how this is all coming out now. So I feel that it's an energetic shift where we are becoming more self-aware. We are becoming much more able to see our patterns and where we've gone wrong in the past. So basically what's happened is during the readings that I've had with people, they've said things, asked me questions. Why am I stuck? Why is it taking so long to manifest this in my life? Why does it feel like I'm going round and round in circles? And every single time the reading has kind of ended with, oh my God, I see now. And I'll give you some examples because these clients have said that it's okay to share, but I don't share the names, obviously. I don't want to do that. The first one has admitted that they wanted to have their ideal job. Well, everyone does, obviously. That's something we all want. But they said that they told themselves that they were not going to be happy and were not going to be accepting a job that they weren't happy with. So they only wanted a job that was going to be offering them just the very best. And then they realized, they're kind of like, oh dear, I think I've shot myself in the foot. Because I've been so focused on the end result, on the finish line, that everything in between on my journey has kind of been not accounted for, and basically said, well, anything that I'm not happy with, I don't want. So then they weren't able to find an in-between until they got to that final job that was going to make them happy. And what else? For another client, they got really badly ill, and it turned out their epiphany was that they said last year how much they hated their job and they just didn't want to be there anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. And so your subconscious kind of takes that and goes, do you know what? If you don't want to be here anymore, let's create a circumstance where you don't have to be here anymore. And so they're now off sick because they just feel, they don't want to be there anymore. Sadly, because there is a buffer with creating what you want and creating what, you don't want, undoing what you don't want, there is a buffer of time. So there was a time delay with the client constantly saying how they don't want to be in work anymore, and then physically becoming ill and their body saying, well, look, you don't have to be in work anymore. I'm sure there was something else. There was definitely another thing. Oh, I've gone blank. And there was definitely a theme. Oh, definitely another example. I just think, we have to not just manifest for the long term, but go for the short in-betweens. What is it? It's not always the outcome or the destination. We have to make the most of our journeys. We have to look out of our windows with wonder and excitement and not just go, ugh, I don't want to look because I'm not at my destination yet. You have to make your journey enjoyable and create little things in the meantime to get you to where you want to be. Because if you imagine climbing a mountain, you are not going to start at the bottom and suddenly jump all the way up there. You're going to have to physically do the climb, and that's a journey in itself. So if you can kind of apply that to things, it's going to make you understand that, yeah, maybe sometimes we do sabotage ourselves, and cut ourselves off from things that we could well be enjoying along the way. I'm still thinking of that third example, and it's escaped me. Oh dear. Anyway, I hope that those two things did explain to you what is basically energetically going on, where we sometimes pinch ourselves off from enjoying the beauty along the way. Rather than saying, I hate my job and I don't want to be here anymore, just say, I appreciate where I am. And at one point, I really wanted to be here because this was so much better than being unemployed or being at my last job. But now I'm ready for something new. So I thank you that you've given me the opportunity to be here, but I am now ready for the next thing. It's the same with relationships. You can't attract a new, stable, loving, committed, beautiful relationship if you're not grateful for what you've had in the past. And yes, that's sometimes very hard. And I'll be the first to say that because I've been through very hard relationships in the past. But unless I can appreciate those and say, okay, well, I appreciate all the lessons that I've learned from these, that I know now to be the person that someone actually wants to be with through those experiences that I've actually, learned from, then it's just so much better and so much easier to attract. Because otherwise, you'll just end up attracting similar. This is how people come to me and say things like, I've had like 10 relationships, but every single person is a copy of the other one. How in the world do I keep attracting the same people? But that's how, you see. If you can't be grateful for what you have now and elevate yourself and be, joyous in the moment, you can't attract something better because you're only giving off the energy of, ugh, this is not the situation I want to be in. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that this message resonates. And I thank you all for watching, and if you'd like to connect with me, all my details are in the description. Thank you all so very much for choosing to spend some of your time watching this video. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.